So welcome guys to another video, and in this video we're going to look into yet another approach to writing discuss both using give your own opinion essays. And this approach is going to be different from the previous one, which I explained in the previous video. If you remember in the previous video, we talked about the first side, the side that we didn't agree with, and in the second part we discussed the side that we actually agreed with. So here I'm going to do I'm going to write this, not write this. I'm going to show you a different method so that you will have more options to choose from whenever you have to write essays for discuss both using give your own opinion questions. Okay, so this approach is, I mean, what can I call, can I say rebuttal? Rebuttal approach, uh, because I mean the name I guess is not that important. All you have to, I mean, what's important is that you need to understand how this approach works. So let's read the topic and let's read the essay together, and we're going to analyze this essay together. So I also attached a link here. This is the article that I used to research this topic, and I took most of the things from that article. And yes, so let's read the question. Some people think that it's important to spend money on family celebrations, such as weddings, birthdays, but some expensive, I mean, I guess it should be, some think that expensive celebrations are a waste of money. I guess you understand the question, right? Some people think that it's important to spend money, spend a lot of money on family celebrations, and some other people think that it's just a waste of money. So discuss both these views and give your own opinion. So what I'm about to do here is that I'm going to start with the side that I agree with. And in the second body paragraph, I will explain what's wrong with the previous paragraph or previous argument. And then I will add yet another supporting paragraph to support my own argument. Okay, so actually, let me write it here. So first body. Side that I don't agree with. Second body. Explain why the previous or the explain why, or let's just say explain what's wrong with the first or previous argument. By previous argument, I mean this. And then third body paragraph, another supporting argument to support my, let's just say, support my own opinion. That's the organization of the essay. Yeah, that's the organization of the rebuttal approach, let's just say. Yeah. So let's read the essay now. There's a debate over how family celebrations should be organized. Again, I'm using the same things that I explained in the previous videos. With some people emphasizing the importance of spending money on such events, while others say it is merely a waste of resources. That's it. That's the paraphrase. Now I'm going to outline my opinion. Although there are arguments justifying the extravagance means spending, too much money on something. Yeah. I believe substantial spending on family celebrations is unnecessary. I guess you can see my opinion here. I said that it's unnecessary. It's waste of time and resources. Yeah, it's a waste of resources generally. But in the first body paragraph, I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to try to justify why it's important to spend a lot of money on family celebrations. Yeah, look at this. Some people think that family celebrations are rare opportunities. And here's, an important thing. whenever you are discussing the opposing view, the side that you didn't agree with, you need to try to stay away from that argument as much as you can. By staying away, I mean, it's you need to, indicate, you need to show, or you need to at least imply that this is not your opinion. Yeah, because this is the side that you didn't agree with. This is not your opinion. And one way to do that is to start your arguments this way. Some people think that, or it is believed that. So by doing this, you will show that this is not your opinion. This is not the side that you agree with. Okay, so that's what I did. Because in fact, this is not my opinion. I don't agree with this. Okay, so family celebrations are rare opportunities. Such occasions often serve as a chance for family members to gather, share happiness, and create precious memories. So, even though this is now my opinion, we talked about this in the previous videos. I'm trying to think from their perspective, yeah, from the opposing perspective. I'm trying to justify, I'm trying to look at the reasons why some people think that such family occasions or spending a lot of money, spending excessively on such family celebrations is important. Okay, I'm just trying to think from the different perspective, opposing perspective, let's just say, yeah. So I said that such occasions often serve as a chance for family members to gather, share happiness, and create precious memories. In this context, spending money to create a celebratory atmosphere is seen as an investment in stronger family relationships. So you see, I'm outlining the arguments. Yeah? It's like saying, well, yes, I understand. Some people think this. So weddings can be a pertinent example. So pertinent means very relevant, very relevant to the topic that we're discussing. So you can use it. Most people perceive them as once in a lifetime events, which could justify the tendency for people to spend extravagantly to ensure a lasting and memorable experience. So the whole argument is that, I understand, in order to, I mean, my point was to say, I understand why some people justify the extravagant events. Why some people justify the fact that people spend a lot of money on birthdays and wedding parties. That was the point. Now, here's an important thing. Yeah, here's a turning point. In the second body paragraph, I will explain what's wrong with this argument. Now, I have outlined the opposing view. Now, in the second part, I will show what's wrong with this way of thinking. So let's do that. Such a practice, however, by saying practice, I'm referring to spending a lot of money, yeah, can create unnecessary financial burden and increase the risk of debt. So here I started saying, yes, you say that it's important to spend a lot of money on family celebrations. Here's my, I mean, it's like saying, well, you're wrong. Yeah. What you're saying doesn't make sense because here's the reason. Yeah. So you can do this. Yeah. I mean, this approach is very good, even stronger than the previous approach, in my opinion, because by doing this, it's easier for you to get a 9 in task response because you're not only discussing your point of view, but you're also discussing why the opposing view is wrong. Yeah. So, I mean, actually, you're doing three things. Yeah. You're discussing the opposing view, you're discussing your view, and you're also discussing why the opposing view is wrong according to yourself. Yeah. I mean, if you can do that, I believe, your task response score should be a 9. So let's move on. In some cultures, family celebrations hold special significance, and there's societal pressure on families to organize them regardless of their financial circumstances. I guess you're getting it, right? While affluent individuals, which means wealthy individuals, may not face significant challenges when organizing family celebrations, those from low-income backgrounds often struggle, leading them to resort to borrowing. So now I'm explaining why it is wrong to spend a lot of money on family celebrations. So I'm, repeating myself. I've done that several times, but I will repeat again. So in the first part, you're going to discuss the opposing perspective, opposing view. It's like saying, I understand your argument. Yeah. And in the second body paragraph, you will say, but your argument is wrong. And here's my reasons. Okay. That's actually, what rebuttal approach means. And in the third body paragraph, I'm going to add another argument to support my own view. Doesn't matter what kind of argument it is, as long as it supports my argument. Yeah. So look, here's what I did. Therefore, I lean towards modest celebrations. Now, I'm presenting an alternative approach to family celebrations. Yeah. Instead of spending extravagantly on birthdays and wedding parties, I'm saying that, well, we need to, organize modest celebrations. That's going to support my view. Yeah. In my opinion, foregoing traditional lavish ceremonies and opting instead for intimate gatherings where the emphasis lies on the unity of the entire family is a much more sensible course of action. So, forego means to, abandon, yeah, give up. Lavish means extravagant. So instead of these, yeah, we need to, organize intimate, small gatherings where the emphasis on the unity of the entire family. So this is because the true value of the celebrations lies in the emotional closeness and human interaction rather than how expensive the event is. So again, I'm trying to prove my point. I'm trying to uh, justify why we should have smaller event instead of lavish ones. Okay, people can opt for a modest backyard gathering, sharing meals and closeness among family members, and this can provide an equally fulfilling, if not better, experience compared to a grand event. So again, I'm comparing. I'm comparing, and I'm specifically choosing words to show my own view. Yeah. So I'm using words like can provide, small gatherings can provide equally fulfilling, if not better experience. These adjectives actually show, I mean, show my position actually, right? So now I'm going to, summarize all of these and write the conclusion. In conclusion, lavish celebrations may sometimes play a role in strengthening family bonds as they are infrequent occasions. So that's the summary of the first body paragraph. Now I'm going to say this. Despite this, I view this in a negative light, as such events may lead to financial struggles. So again, I'm, doing the same thing. Yeah, it's like, yes, I understand your argument, but your argument is wrong. So people should opt for smaller and modest celebrations instead. And this is the summary of the third body paragraph. So I will repeat one more time. You may be, sick and tired of me repeating the same thing, but it's important that you understand. So in the first body paragraph, you're going to discuss the opposing view. And in the second body paragraph, you're going to explain why this view, this opposing view, is wrong. And in the third body paragraph, you're going to add another argument to support your own view. That's it. That's the rebuttal approach. And the rebuttal approach is actually, like I said, the easiest way to get a 9 in task response, because you're not only discussing the opposing view, you're discussing your own view, but you're also discussing why the opposing view is wrong, why the opposing view doesn't make sense. So it's actually going to be a very, very strong essay. So that's it. And if you have questions, like always, you can leave them in the comment section and I'll do my best to answer those questions. So thank you guys for your attention. See you in the next videos.